Okay, welcome to today's class. Today we have something to do here on variations. This is very simple. I won't be doing much examples, but this example, I believe with this, you understand the whole concept of variation. If y varies directly as the square root of x and y equal 3 when x is 16, find y when x is what? 64. Now, let's go to the solution to this. One thing you should know, this is what we said, y varies directly. So y varies directly. This is called varies. This is the way you write it. Varies directly as what? The square root of x. You understand? This is varies directly or very directly proportional. You can equally see directly proportional. Some people can write it. So people that have good handwriting. So, okay, good. Y varies directly proportional to square root of what? X. Are you with me? So, and if you want to turn this into equality sign, you say y is equal to constant. You introduce constant, and this. You understand? So we have to find constant. This is very simple. This is the most important part of this. Changing this to equality sign, have y is equal to constant times whatever x is. But they told you that varies directly to the square root of x. So it is constant times square root of what? X. They give us y. Y is 3 is equal to k. What is our square root of x? What is x? 16. Which means this times 16 will give us what? Square root of 16 is 4. So we have 3 is equals to 4 times k is 4k. You know how I got 4k? Square root of this is 4. 4 times k is 4k. And I want to find k. Divide both side by what? 4. Divide both side by 4. This cancels this. So k is equals to 3 over 4. You understand what I did here? Now you can now use this back to the equation. See the equation, we're going to use it here. And they said when y, we should find y. Remember that our k is constant. Our k is now 3 over 4. If the x, our x is 64. Remember that we have square root of 64. So we have y is equal to 3 over 4 times square root of 64 will give us what? 8. 4 here is 1, 4 here is 2. So y is equal to 3 times 2 and y will give us what? 6. That's the answer. So when it means y is 6 when x is 64. Please, I believe you understood this question. I will solve indirect proportional in the next question. Okay, we have a second question on this variation. If x minus 3 is directly proportional to the square of y, remember this is square of what? Y. And x is equal to 5 when y is what? 2. Find x when y is what? 4. Simple. Solution to this time bomb. So we have x minus 3 is directly proportional to the square root of what? Y. That's to the square of y, not square root. This is what the statement is. If you have understood this thing, then you can now say that x minus 3 is equal to, when you turn this to equal to be constant y square. You introduce what? Constant. And now tell us, we have to find k. And they've given us our first x. They said when x is what? When x is 5, which is 5 minus 3, is equal to k, then y will be what? 2, which means 2 raised to the power what? 2. We'll be having 5 minus 3 is what? 2 is equals to k. This will give us 4. 4 times k is 4k. Divide both side by 4, that is the coefficient of the k, divide both side by 4. This cancels this. So it means that k is equal to, 2 here is 1, 2 here is 2. So k is equal to 1 over 2. Therefore, we'll go to this point. Therefore, we'll be saying anywhere you see k, you represent what? 1 over 2. We'll now have find x. Find what? X. We are going back to this place now. Find x when y is this. Remember that I'll have x minus 3 is equal to k. What is our k? 1 over 2 times y times y squared, which is 4 raised to the power 2. Then we are having x minus 3 is equals to 1 over 2 times this raised to the power 2 gives us 16. 2 here is 1, 2 here is what? 8. So we have x minus 3 is equals to 8. 1 times 8 is 8. So 8. When this cross equality sign gives us what? Minus. So we have x is equals to 8 plus 3. So x is equals to what? 11. As simple as that. Do well to share this video. Bye.